Welcome to downloading R in RStudios on a Windows PC. On our course site, I have a file downloading R in RStudio. It will have directions for how to download R in RStudio on a Windows computer or on someone that has a Mac. This particular video will focus on downloading R in RStudio on Windows. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the following website. So you can copy and paste this website into your browser. So you can copy it here, hit enter, and now you'll be on a website where you can download R in RStudio. But first you have to download R, because R is the computer programming language. The interface, that is a program that will help you interface with R a little more easily, is called RStudio. So first you have to download the statistical software R, and there'll be different versions of it. It will keep getting better and better, but this is the one that's here right now. So I hit download and install. It's now going to take me to the website where I can install R. So I want to download for Windows, which is this option right here. And when I download it, when I hit that download, I now, if this is the first time to install R, I would hit install R for the first time. So I'd click onto this link, and I'd want to download for R 4.3.1 for Windows. So I click onto that link. It's now into my downloads. So I click there, and I would download that file that's going to put R on my computer. And you'll probably have to say, allow it to go onto your computer. And now you pick what language. You can look over some information before you continue onto R. You hit next, and then it will put it into I let it put into the program file, the default program file that it generally puts it in. But I know that it's in my program file, so I'll know where to find it. Then I wanted to do install just like it normally does. I don't change anything. And then I don't want to customize. I just want to accept whatever the default download is. I want to create a desktop shortcut, so it will be on my desktop, along with I like it in the quick launch shortcut, so I'm going to create one there. And then I leave everything else clicked. So now I want to complete, so I say finish. So now it's been completed. I hit finish, and it's completed on and in my computer, and I can look at my applications and find R on there. So you can look in your folders and make sure that it's downloaded. So now it's time to download RStudio. So going back to your file for downloading, I can copy this again and then paste it into my browser. So I'll paste it right here, and then I'm back on the page that I was before, but this time I want to install RStudio. And I can go right here, if I've got a desktop, download RStudio for Windows, and I click on to that link. Now, if I have an older Windows or another type of machine, I can scroll down and find other operating systems and other downloads. But that's the download that I needed. So now it's in my downloads, which was right here. So I click onto it, and I want to download RStudio. So now I'm into its setup. So I hit next. I let it put the files where it generally will put it. It's usually pretty good because it's in my program files. And then I want to download, or I want to install RStudio. So I allow it to download to extract the files that it needs. Now you'll see that you're finished, so you just hit finish. And now RStudio is now on your computer, and you can make shortcuts as you wish, like shortcuts on your laptop, either on your desktop or in the fast, in the toolbars, or just keep it in with your applications, and now you're ready to use RStudio. Now R will have a symbol that looks like that. RStudio, the one that you're going to use, is going to be a blue circle with a white R in the middle. So again, the icon for just R looks like this. The icon for RStudio looks like this, and that's what the one that you're going to want to press on in order to use RStudio. So when you pressed on RStudio, you might get something that looks like this. This will only come up the first time, and I have a 64-bit, so I hit OK. And now RStudio will open for me. RStudio looks like this. So I can size RStudio as big or as small as I like. And when you first see it, you won't see this. It's because I've been working with RStudio, but you'll see the console. You'll see that it has this prompt, this greater than sign. This is where you will talk to R, where you will program, where you will speak the language of R so that you get means, you get standard deviations, you get pie charts, all statistical applications, plus inputting your data, how you could input data. You can do commands that will do that. The global environment is whenever you input some data, you're going to see what's in the global environment, what R sees, what data R sees. And then this last is where you can get many different things too, but the big thing we're going to look at is plots. We'll have our plots here, and we'll be able to export it and to copy it and put it into Word or a PowerPoint or some type of way that if we were going to do a report, we would want our graphics and our results to be in. Now we're going to do our first command. We have to install some packages that people have made in R. When you upload them into R, programmers have done great things so that it makes our programming easier. So they made these things called packages. And so we want to import a very important package. So if you go back to your document and you scroll way down to the bottom after all the directions on just what we did, it's going to tell you that you need to install this package called Tidyverse. And this is you could just copy this and paste it right into R. Once you have it in there, hit enter, and it's going to install the packages. Now, when I did enter, things that can happen, it might not recognize the font in my Word document, so it might not understand my quotes. So I have to make sure I put them in right. I have to make sure that things aren't capitalized, that shouldn't be capitalized, all of that. So these are some of the things you might might happen to you. So can do Control V, and to make sure that that's the correct double quote, you can back off, erase it, and then put a double quote in just to make sure it's in the font that RStudio recognizes. Once I do that, hit enter, and now it will install those packages. So this is something, so it's installing it for me right now. This is important for you to know that you have to make sure that you put, if it's uppercase, that it's uppercase. If it's lowercase, it's lowercase. So RStudio is case sensitive, R is case sensitive, and you need to make sure quotes and commas and everything are done in a font in which R understands. So a lot of times doing a Control V on your computer, so if you copy something and paste it in here, doing a Control V generally puts it into the font that's in that is necessary for RStudio to understand. So once you have this, now you're ready to program and start doing programs in R. Thanks so much for watching.